All right, we are live. This is the CSRN, well, it's our weekly podcast, but today we're broadcasting live from the Frederick Douglass Community Center, and we're here for the Toledo Kwanzaa House Kwanzaa celebration. I got my brother right here, my brother Rashid. And listen, we've had a dynamite week, Kwanzaa. If you could tell me, what are some of the highlights of this week that you've experienced so far?
Well, I think so far I enjoy just the community aspect.
Yes, sir.
Being here supporting like businesses, the educational portion of the ceremonies and so forth. Just showing everyone, how to bring together one another in unity. I think unity is the
Right. So we started off this week with unity. Then there was self-determination, and then cooperative work, collective work, and responsibility. Why do you think it's so important that we come together and find ways to work together?
right. Well, it really plays on that one element of collective.
Yeah.
It just shows that if you need help, I should be
Right.
able to come behind you. Hey, go to Washington. Let me help you out real quick, because this is helping one another, showing each other that you support one another. It's really important to show support. It's really important to show that you care about someone. So I really learned a lot.
Wow. Now, also, I've seen you doing a lot of coordinating. All right. You've been kind of Toledo Kwanzaa House designated coordinator. What are some of the things that you've done this week that you never thought you'd be doing?
One, being on podcast and TV, that's something different. We got a chance to go out and what's going on in Toledo.
Right.
And we had a segment talking about content or being able to share not just within the Black community, but also with other communities.
Right.
What content is. I never thought I'd be running around as much as I'm doing.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to be with the greatest people I know. I'm learning a lot from you guys, and it's really fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that I'm part of this.
All right. Well, today is Kaumba Creativity. You and I just talked not too long ago about just the platform that we're using to stream this. Why do you think it's important that change happens, that we start getting a bit more technically aware and kind of leveling up? Why do you think it's important for us to change, to be more educated on how to communicate now?
I believe that communication is really important. So, in our older way, we had even the process of quilting, being able to quilt and have a hidden message in it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, sir.
But now in this day and age, it's important that you move along with the time, because if you stay still, you won't be able to move forward.
That's right.
Your mind has to constantly think, and this is a mind like
That's right.
evolve and what's going on around you. So I think that's one of the communication. And another thing about communication is just communication, like how we sit here and have a conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
That's one great thing that I enjoy.
Hey, listen, I think we're getting the cue to wrap it up. Family, come on out. You see the crawler. It says Join Us 1001 Indiana. If you need a poster, there it is right there. Come on out. Let's celebrate Kwanzaa. December 26th to January 1st. Today is the 31st. We got one more day left. And tomorrow is Imani's fate. And we need to have faith in ourselves that we can do what we said we were going to do. So we're going to end this one right now and hopefully set it up so that people can see the, hey, check this out, family.
us
We,
as we've been coordinating together. We
yeah,
wanted to be able to make sure that those people who couldn't join
right,
could see exactly what's going on. We have our main stage out where you can see our flags and our drum corps,
right,
and just a little bit of what's going on the main stage. And then if we check out the others, we have a camera and you can see what's
right.
going on in the audience and what's
That's
going
right.
on around.
That's right.
And I really think it's a good idea, and we'll be able to interview people and
That's right.
talk with some folks and just let people know what's going on around us. So stay tuned. We really have a lot of stuff for you guys.
All right. We'll be right back. Family, we're going to start interviewing some of the guests that we have. We got our brother Rashid, who is our. Let's see if we can. No, we're on. We're on. It looks like we're going to get brother Rashid to. I think he may have to unmute.
Nobody, nobody on the inside of the house would have to be alive. Everybody is dead.
All right, we see you, brother Rashid. How you feeling, brother?
Creativity. And we're going to be discussing creativity tonight. Everybody's going to be joining in. We're going to have one go on back. Yeah,
Remember,
the
yes.
on back.
Well, we thank you so much for the interview, and we'll make sure everyone's staying in the loop. We're gonna walk around a little bit more and talk to some more people. How you doing over there, brother Washington?
Yes, sir. Hey, great job, brother. So, family, come on out. This is Kwanzaa 2022, heading into 2023. Family, we're about to get started. Hey, Rasheed, we're going to start setting up, welcoming the guest, brother. Great job. Great job. What else? We'll see you soon.
Perfect. Thanks.
All right. You guys are really organized. It's as if somebody has got y'all together with a whip. I'm like, well, we got Elsie, all right? She keeps us on task. Can we give a round of applause for our secretary and our host,
Thank you so much. And today we're going to talk about creativity. Now this is the way it goes. I said, I can always miss this word, Amaragani. And that's indicating creativity. How many of you are really creative? You think you're creative? How many of you think you're creative? All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Amaragani. Very, very good. Now, creativity, that's the sixth principle. We've already gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and today we're on number 6. So before we get started, first I'd like to thank Brother Washington for bringing us in and pumping us up, getting us ready for this evening. But before we get into anything, we always ask our elder. It's a wonderful thing to have an elder, don't you think? It's a wonderful thing to have an elder. And my elder is going to come and take his seat in a minute now. He's coming. You have to have before we can get started. And tonight, our elder is Deacon Jimmy Willis. May we start our celebration tonight?
Let the celebration.
All right. Thank you so very much. Now we can get started. We're going to have our libation statement along with the ancestry call. And the person that's going to be doing that for us tonight is none other than Brother Oscar Shear. Brother Shear.
Amaragani. Let's do that again. Amaragani. Good, very good. The libation statement starts out tonight for the motherland, cradle of civilization. I think we know where that at. Some say Africa. I think I'm correct by saying the Kivu line. No. Where? Say it again. Kivu line. They call it different things. Another one? Akibu line. All right. Akibu line. Akibu line. Akibu line. Okay. That's the motherland. For the ancestors and their indomitable spirit. For the elders from whom we can learn from much. That's one of our elders. For our youth who represent the promise for tomorrow. For our people, the original people. Original people. You know what original people means? First, not second, not last, but the first. First in everything. And I think you're witnessing that again today. How we start from the bottom, we can be last, and we end up being first. Original people. For our struggle, and in remembrance of those who have struggled on our behalf. And there are millions and millions who struggle on our behalf. Before we even crossed the ocean, as they call it, we were struggling. We struggled to educate. We struggled to bring math. We struggled to bring all the sciences, whether it be physics, whether it be chemistry. We struggled to bring all of those things. We look at many different things and we brought it forth. Father Umoja, the principle of unity, which should guide us in all that we do. For the Creator who provides all things, great and small. At this time, we're going to do the libation, and I like to do the libation for those we know and for those who we do not know. How many kings have we had? How many kingdoms have we had? How many civilizations have we had? How many great them and made them European characters, but originally it was from Africa. First Passover, as you know, was performed in Africa. Many of the rituals of baptism, you said baptize and you baptize, but it was first done in Africa, whether we know it or not. So at this time, I'm going to say to those that I mentioned that we name or do not name, Ashe. For those who were stolen from the motherland and brought to this continent that they now call America, Ashe. To one of my favorite characters, they call him Nat Turner, Ashe. To Mother Sojourner Truth, Ashe. To Mother Harriet Tubman, Ashe. And to many, many more who was killed and slaughtered on the plantation that I do not know their name, but I would like to say Ashe. To my great-great-grandfather who taught religion without a Bible, Ashe. To my mother who I beloved, who brought me into this world, Ashe. To my daughter, who I love from the bottom of my heart, who made an early exit, who served in the Nation of Islam as an MGT sister, became lieutenant in Miami and also Nashville, Ashe. Now, there are some that you know that you would like to give recognition to. Whether your brothers, sisters, father, mother, whoever inspired you, who passed away. You got to remember, they passed away in death. We remember them. At this time, you can honor them by mentioning their name.
I'm in heaven.
Ashe. Ashe.
Mansa Musa.
Chadwick Boseman.
Get my picture.
Thank you, thank you, and we thank God for those people you mentioned, and there are many, many others that we did not mention. We always give God the praise and thanks for what He has provided us with. Thank you very much.
Let's give y'all a high hand today. Still feel grateful for the blood that they shed in order that we may be where we are today. Because without the bloodshed, we would not be where we are today. In case you did not know that, in case you had not heard, I served notice today. It's bloodshed in order for us to be where we are today. You may not know your foreparents, but you had some. You had some. They might have been brought over here from wherever, but they were your foreparents. And they went through the struggle. And you know, it amazes me today how that we're not passing this information on. What's wrong with us? If we do not inform our children, how will they know? And then when their behavior is out of line, you want to reprimand them. Try reprimanding yourself for not doing your job. We have a job to do. The Bible tells us to train a child in the way that he should go. Are you training him? Are you giving that example? Think about it. Think about it. All right. All right, back to the script. Our Black National Anthem tonight is going to be musically played. May we stand as the music begins to play. And humble yourself. Think about what's being said. History. Some of you have been here all these nights and you've heard it. However, tonight I'm just going to remind everybody of what it's all about. our history. Dr. Marlana Karingo, professor and chairman of Black Studies at California State University, Long Beach, created Kwanzaa in 1966 after the Watts riot in Los Angeles. Now, the sixth principle is Kuumba, which stands for creativity. Dr. Karinga searched for ways to bring African Americans together as a community, and so birthed Kwanzaa. And if you look at our Kwanzaa table, I'm going to explain just a little bit about what's on this table. How many of you have seen our red, black, and what other color flag? Green. All right. Our red, black, and green. And those colors are representative of something. You know, when you look at your map, all countries, everybody has a little map flying. You know, flag flying. Our flag, the black represents, that color on the flag, black, is representative of us. Us. Okay? Who we are. Does anybody remember what the red represents? Blood. Yes, the blood our ancestors shed in order for us to be looking good like we're looking tonight. Pat yourself on the back. Yes, for us to look good. And the green is from the land, yes, and the hope that we have. The land, the hope that we have. All of this. We have so much to be thankful for. But are we? Are we taking care of what we've been given? Are we? Think about it. Are we? Think about when you see the red, the green, the black. Think about all the things that happen in order for that to come into focus. And let me add this. When there is a war, can you hear me? Yeah. When there is a war, a struggle, after that, things have to be brought together again. Let's talk about creativity. Creativity. The person who stepped forward, somebody has to be bold enough to step forward and say, I got this. I got this. Dr. Marilyn did it. It wasn't easy. He did it. After that, once, right, he said, I'm going to pull it together because I've got to do something for my people. So he began to look around and see what could he do to bring us back together. Because you know, when you all discombobulated and hurt and feeling neglected, that's not a good feeling. Or maybe you haven't been neglected, maybe you haven't been hurt. But that's not a good feeling. And so Dr. Marilyn worked at putting it all together. And when we look at the beauty of this table, we don't realize the struggle that has happened in order for us to look at this and say, oh, now we can see what is happening. And look at this. He founded U.S. a cultural organization and started to research African first fruits, the harvest, as a celebration. And people think that this is like Christmas. Not really. It's not a Christmas celebration at all. My question to you is, when you celebrate Christmas, what are you really celebrating? Do you know? Do you really know? Think about it. That is not what our celebration is about. It has no connections to Christmas. However, mind you, there are some gifts given. We'll talk about that a little bit later. The primary symbol of Kwanzaa are the 7 candles. And if you look up here, you can see 7 candles. The black is in the center. On each side, we have our colors. Green on one side and red on the other. Represented, like I said, us, the blood, and the land. Okay? Everybody wants the land, okay, the land. So, and there are traditions connected in our history. Is there a tradition in your family? Did anybody pass anything down to you that you can pass on? Think about it. Think about it. Think. Did anybody pass anything down that you can do? My parents didn't do this, but I picked it up somewhere. My table That's my tradition that I passed on to my children. And they do the same thing. They do the same thing. So find something that you can pass on to your children. So once you're dead and gone, okay, they can say, well, mother or daddy that did this, and so we're going to pass this on. Make sense? Pass something on to your children. Children need something to hold on to. Do you not know we need to be leaving some good memories? Because when we're dead and gone, the only thing left is what? A memory. Am I right? Right. You don't have anything else to hold on to. So pass on some good memories to your children. They're special. They're God's gift to us. They're a gift. Whether you like it or not, bad, whatever they may be, they're God's gifts to us. So let's act as though we have these gifts, these special things that little people that we have to care for and groom them for the future. They talk about children are our future. No, children are our today. If you think I'm wrong, give them a computer, something you don't know how to work. Give them a cell phone, something you don't know how to work. First they have to turn it on for me. Now what do I do? And so, as children that have been umbrelled by the death of others, let us remember to pass something on. Pass it on, it won't hurt you. You talk about a community. Where's the community? Where is it? Where's your community? Think about it. Well, let's look at this. A group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristics. That's part of your community. You have a fellowship with them. You share with them. You share some attitudes, some interests, some goals. That's your community. Not that the people just around you and where you live over there. No. The community stretches far and wide if you allow it to. All of these things, once we're gone, is going to be history. Who's documenting this history? Where's the documentation? See, that's why we don't know a lot of things, because a lot of things have not been documented. And those that have been documented, they are not letting them teach us in the school system.
Right.
If I'm wrong, raise your hand. I'm going to be 12 years. And I interviewed 5 black people. 12 years. So who's documenting? Who's passing it on? That we are somebody. And I'm going to share with you a little later about a little creativity. I'm going to bring it out of my head because my paper's at home on the desk. So I'm going to share it out of my head. But I want you to realize that these gifts that are given by the Kwanzaa people during the celebration, there's a reason for those gifts. When we celebrate Amani on the 7th day of Kwanzaa, coming up tomorrow, we give meaningful Zawadi gifts. Those gifts have special significance. Listen carefully. The gifts are given to encourage growth. Is that why you give your kids gifts on Christmas? You can answer that by saying no. No. Okay. But those gifts are given here to encourage growth, to encourage self-determination. Talk to your children. Tell them who they are, how special they are.
That's right.
Talk to them. They need to hear from you. They don't need to get out there in the world, because the world is going to tell them some stuff that you're not going to be happy about. Okay? Give gifts because they achieve something, an achievement and success. Help the children to understand the importance of gift giving. Teach them to obey. The teacher can't teach many times, but trying to reprimand. Trying to reprimand. I walked in the school one time. Of course, I'm a little different. But I walked in the school one time, and I was the president of the PTA. The Catholic school. And I was saying to the group, instead of you all going on your summer vacation to these workshops, weaving baskets, that's what I said, why don't you try to learn how And the principal wanted to act up, and I told her, I said, and you're a hypocrite. And she got upset and walked out the classroom. Well, that's okay with me. I don't play when it comes to children. A little bit about me. I've been working with children since I was 6 years old. 6 years old. And I heard the other night, the gentleman came last night, he was talking about somebody told him to read the Bible to me. Somebody told him what to do. That's what happened to me. They told me what to do. So I had to do it from age 6 because I could read. And then I became a professional student in college. I didn't know the best. I learned to love to read. So I was in college. So I like working with the children, and I'm going to pull them out in a few minutes to talk with them. But I just want you to understand that we are making history. We're making history. So let's be serious about this. Our children need us. They need help. Do you see what they're doing to the kids in school now? Do you understand what's happening? And if you're not careful, you're going to be back in slavery time. Yeah. If you're not careful. So we need to be really, really careful that when we give these gifts, we have to understand that we need to just talk to the children, encourage them. They need encouragement. Don't you need encouragement? Yes. Yes, you do. All right, and so we exchange gifts with members of our immediate family, especially the children, to promote or reward accomplishments and commitments kept. You know, you tell your children to do something, you agree with them, you know, we're going to do this. Reward them for that. You won't be rewarded when you do something, right? Reward those children. They're special. Reward them if they keep their commitments, as well as with our guests. Now, accepting a gift makes the receiver part of the family and promotes emotion. We need unity. We need unity. And if you teach it to the children of God, watch them. They're as dumb as they can be. Show them love. Show them love. Okay, don't tell them you. Back in the day, I don't know who's young as I am, but they used to say, don't do as I do as I say do. Why not teach us that? Why not teach us that? Have you heard it? Yeah. All right, and so let us realize that we are here, we can make history, we can be impactful on the lives of the children. Love on the children. They need love. You need love, I guess. You need love. And so let us be mindful that when we come here, some things that Dr. Marilana was teaching about, being ourselves. Be ourselves. And I will finish it afterwards. But I want you to see these candles. And some of the terminology that's been used tonight. Emoja, striving for, and maintaining unity in the family, the community, and our race. Have you ever wondered, is there any unity at all among some of the race people that we are? Can you imagine? All right. Kuchi Chagalia, define ourselves. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Who are you? Who are you? Think about it. Ujima, to build and maintain our community together. We can't do it by ourselves, and we're not supposed to. Sometimes, you know, when you're trying to start something, you want to surround yourself with positive people, and people begin to nitpick. You're not going to do it. You can't do it. So we have to work together, and together we can do a lot of things. Many things working together. And build and maintain our own stores, shops, businesses, and to profit. And here, of course, we had last night, purpose. Do you know your purpose? And tonight, creativity. So I want you to be very observant because as we go forward, we're going to have the lighting of these candles by our elder, Mr. Jimmy Willis. And he's going to show you the format at which they're lit. There is a process by which we go. We start with the black candle. tonight because as we look at the children, they're special, they're very special. And in a minute, we're going to have the children do something very special for us. At this time, I'm going to ask for our creative expression. And that's Ms. Willis with creative expression for tonight.
I'm going to try to bridge the gap between the slave boat, the slaves, and where we are today. Because the slaves, they had to endure punishment, chains, brutality, being told you were nothing, you were a little better than a common chap, if you will. But they survived, and they survived through creativity. They used music. Just think about that. They used music when they were pulling the barge. They used music when they were plowing the fields. The old spiritual hymns that we sing today in church, they were created by the slaves, and it was a method to escape the slave owners right up under his nose. I mean, if you think about it, beginning with the drums, music is in our soul. And you got to admit we're good at it. It's in our genes, it's in our DNA. Go all the way from the slave songs to the modern songs, which is rap. And I know a lot of us older adults don't understand it, but it's an expression of music. Amazing Grace, that song. It was written by an English guy who was conscripted into the English Navy, and he just happened to serve on a slave boat. And they were out at sea one night, and the storm and lightning and the billows and the waves were so tremendous that he praised God. Lord, save me, and I'll change. And he did. He became a Christian. He became an abolitionist, and he was totally against slavery. And he wrote the song Amazing Grace, but it was a chant. It had no music to it. Well, guess who put the music to it? Us. And that song, Amazing Grace, it's sung 10 million times a year. Think about that. But that's the song that we put music to. So, the endurance of our forefathers across the sea, into America, enduring slavery, enduring captivity, and yet they made it. So that's why we come from good stuff. That's why we excel in sports. We're just better than the white man. He'll never admit that. He wants to tell us that we're inferior. We're kings and queens. And you know, it's time that we started telling our children the truth. They won't tell them the truth. They lie to us. They lied to me. I'm older than mostly all of y'all. And they lied to me my whole life. George Washington chopped down the cherry tree. Think about that. And I fell for it. Yeah. Columbus sailed, I remember the poem. In 1842, Columbus sailed the ocean blew it up. Well, he was down there in the Bahamas. He never discovered America. And if he hadn't got here, he would have found the Indians were already here. And so were we. And so now, when we ask our teachers in our education system to teach us the truth, they refuse. They call it woke. Well, it's about time we woke up. We awake now. And one thing I know about the chicken, once he's out that shell, you can't put him in. He just won't fit. So they can do what they want, they can chastise us, but eventually we're going to rise up. So I just want to tell you guys, keep fighting the good fight. They push us down and keep us down, but just look at how we have survived. Our parents with nothing. And yet now we own the states. Go down to Atlanta, Georgia one time and just ask for that black community. I can't remember the name, but it's with that Stone Mountain somewhere. It's all black millionaires. Our children, I want you guys to stop. Listen, stop killing each other. You're only doing the white man a favor. That's what he wants. He wants us divided so he can conquer us. Thank God for Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a good thing. It teaches us unity, black unity. We are somebody. I remember when Jesse Jackson said that I was there. We are somebody. Don't let nobody put you down. And you don't have to fight with your hands. Fight with your head and with your heart. And I just want to tell you kids that you're doing good. I know that they put that scourge of drums into the black neighborhood. It destroyed us. Before the drugs got here, we were inventors. You can't even imagine how many black inventors there are. But the black man could never get the patent. Says in Roebuck, well, one of them was black. Did you ever hear that? So, I just want to encourage our black youth. Keep fighting a good fight. Yes, sir. Not fighting each other. Take care.
Because this is good information, information that our children and more of us need to hear. But since more is not here, we'll just do with what we have. That's right. And my theme for tonight is creativity. Creativity. Now, creativity is about things that you created, not things that you went to the store and built, but things that you actually created. Creativity comes in two forms, mental and physical. Mental and physical. Have anyone ever told you that you'll never amount to anything? You ever heard that before? Mm-hmm. Too many times people tell children that, or they say those words in the presence of their children. Stop it. That's not nice. It's not nice at all. I remember Denzel Washington said that his mother told him to do something, and he said to her, I want to be rich. She said, go on out and do it. Look where he is today. Stop discouraging these children. sometimes we surround ourselves with the wrong people because they're my friend, because they're my cousin. Sometimes we have to walk away from those people in order to be where you need to be, because creativity is a wonderful thing. There are so many black people who have created things, and I want you to know some of them. I'm remembering off the top of my head. The street lights. What color are they? Red. Black man. Black man. Created that. BLACK. Created that. First they had the red and green. And then the guy realized that, hey, you need something to warn the people. Warn the people. Because how many times have you approached the light and it was green, but before you got through it, guess what color it was? Red. So the brother looked and saw that was a problem. And he said, I'm going to fix it. So he incorporated the yellow. Don't let anybody tell you what you cannot do. Think about it. You can think about it. Work at it. Work at it. And I looked further, they had 120 areas that black people had created. Not that they went to the store and bought something and put it together. No, they created it. And talking about the washing machine. How many remember a boy called a wash boy, rub boy? I hear numbers. There was this thing. It was like this, but it had some ruffles on it. Yeah, she got it. And you had to do this thing. You had to do none of these numbers. But a black man created something. That guy just smiled. I think he knows what I'm talking about. But a black guy created this thing. Think about all these creations. Yes, he did. And the thing I liked about looking into this black history, there was a black guy who created the mailbox. He got tired of going to the post office. So he created the mailbox. And it had a closure on it to keep out the rain and to keep out the snow. He created that. Don't tell me we can't create things. Who are you? Who are you? Do you know who you really are? Do you? Who are you? Stand up for who you are. Don't walk around with your head down. You are somebody. God made no difference. Keep out your look like who we really are. And when it comes to that, I wanted to tell those children do what they're doing now. Create something. Create something. Don't tell them what they can't do. If you see them doing something, sometimes kids write on the wall. Give them some paper to write on. You don't know what they may come up with. Children are special people and they have special talents. And they can do things you and I cannot do. They can see things you and I will never see because they're running around people, we always see them dancing, right? My dancers I don't see tonight. So what I've asked for is for us to do a little something special. But I'm going to give the kids the sheets that I wanted them to have. And even that, I'm going to ask my brother in the corner over there if he will stand up and show us some of the displays that he has that are created. They're not something that he went to the store and picked up. And you can't go to the store and pick it up. So I'm going to ask him if he will talk to you just for a moment about his creativity.
Hello again. My name is Umar Latif. I happen to be a graphic designer, comic book illustrator. Like this is a comic book character I created, named Jumba. It's a coloring book, and I made a little mini comic with little short stories, like 2 or 3 stories over here, and also and I also happen to teach kids how to make their own stories and stuff like that. Comic book workshops here in the city. So, and I have cards. Thank you.
All right, and I'm sure he didn't think about that when he was coming up, that he was going to be doing this type of creativity. Did you, brother? Did you think you were going to be doing this when you were coming up? Yeah. All right. Very good. So I'm thankful for that, and if we could have that music, I'm going to share a little something with you about music, because you know, the other race like to see our kids out there dancing and shaking and carrying on, right? In Africa, the dances mean something. Okay? They have celebrations. They celebrate rites of passage. They celebrate births. They celebrate marriages. Unity. It's just a big celebration in dance. And I'm going to ask, if you'll come up and talk to us just a little bit about those steps we talked about earlier. Would you please?
Good evening, everybody. About Ghana. Okay, well, it's important to know about creativity. Creativity is something that we as Black people have done for a long time. A lot of times, our creativity is taken advantage of. But it's good to know that we're creators. We work with our hands, we work with our minds. And what's logical, we're logical people. We also, when we talk about dance, white person can't tell you how to dance because they go by numbers. Yeah. We go by rhythm. So, if we try and dance on numbers, we mess up. But if we go by what we feel, we know that we can feel what we want to dance, how we express it. It's a way of expressing ourselves. It's a way of being able to openly communicate what we want to talk about. And like she said earlier, African dances mean something. Each dance actually meant something. There was a dance for rain when we wanted rain to water our crops. There was a dance when we wanted to get married, that how people knew how it was available to get married. There was dances for everything. Mourning, yes, there's a dance for mourning, there's a dance for when you're sick, when you about to go into labor. The list goes on and on and on. So I'm not really sure where we'll go on with this, but I understand
started out with, like you were saying, numbers, 22 steps. When we got to it, we broke it down to 18. You know what dance it is? Let's stop. Come on, everybody. Get out here. Let's stop. It's a celebration. All right? Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Let loose. God don't want you sitting around looking ugly. If you want to look ugly all the time, people are not going to want to be around you. So you have to relax sometimes. Relax. You have activity of your limbs. See, the dancing does many things for you. It's exercise. You have your bones. There's the wiggle going on. So we see creativity. So when you see your children doing things that you don't like, they just explain to them. And you get up there and dance with them. You're not so good, you can't dance. You're not so holy, you can't dance. Okay? Dance comes in many forms. Let the children know that you're a real person. I'm so thankful tonight for all of you being here. It's exciting just to look on your faces. And I hope that you'll learn a little bit about creativity, because the creativity begins in your mind. Imagine what you can do and then do it. Don't listen to the negative vibes that's coming from people telling you what you cannot do. You know, sometimes people the people who are willing to support you. That's very important, that you have a support team behind you. Once again, we're so thankful for you. And I want to ask if the vendors would like to come up and say a word tonight. We have one more night to go, but tonight, let's hear from our vendors because we really appreciate them. They bring such good information, such good news, and when they talk about free service, how do you be free? Show me how you be free service. How do you do that? If I pick up the phone and call and talk to my doctor, it costs me $100. And I said to him one time, I don't know why I got to talk to you. You're going to tell me what I already know. You know what he said? Well, I got to pay my bills too. Your Ohio Department of Health right now is offering screening, free mammogram, free PAP for screening for cancer. If you're 40 plus a woman, and you are at the 300% poverty guideline, then they will test you for free. If by any chance you're low and you have a history of any cancer or anything, then we do still suggest that you get screened early just for early detection. God forbid that anything should come from that, the Ohio Department of Health will treat you for free under those guidelines. So if you live in senior housing or any kind of community, or if you know other people who may get some type of use out of this information, we do suggest that you take this. There is a QR code at the bottom of the flyer that you can scan, schedule an appointment with the Department of Health. And we just really want to get that news out to the African American community because we are the community that does not take advantage or does not go and get these kind of screenings. So we need to get these screenings, okay? Thank you. And I'm right over there. Peace and blessings. Sister, you better be fine. And I'm glad to be here once again. And I got something special for you this time. I've been coming up talking about the bean pie, talking about creativity. Creativity, I got one special thing for you today. This is a bean pie that has blueberry and pineapple. Yes. Yes. But I got that for you today, something different. There's $6. The plain ones are $5, but I have one there. So come on over and make sure you have it. Whoever I told I didn't have a card swipe, I got it going. So if you want to swipe your card, come on over. Don't forget to walk away with your complimentary issue of the Final Call newspaper. You ever notice how you can look at white men and say there's a disaster, right? And so black people are going to the stores because all the power's out there, things all busted up. They're called the looters, right? But then when white people there, they had to do what they needed to do to survive, right? Right. So what I'm saying is this Final Call newspaper is by black people, for black people. This is not made to insult you or subliminally plant a message of inferiority either. It is a black-owned newspaper that is international. Only $2 when you see the brothers out on the street corners. And many times brothers will just give it to you. It's more important that you have it than that you don't have it and you want $2. So today only, your complimentary issue is right here at the table. If you haven't gotten one already, this is the one we talked about winter storm. We've had it come out like, you know what, last week we was in an ice cream, right? And today we don't even have a powder very cold. Winter storm brings happening. All right, get your powder cold.
Good evening. I am Yasser Mohammed. I am an artist. I am a soon-to-be author. I have images from my soon-to-be published book known as Fable 5. Every image is $5, so if you are into comics, into anime, into things that go boom, I have that for you and much more. I am an artist that works with other artists to make this idea come to life. So if you are interested in what I have to sell, maybe I I am in the right place for you. Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Don't forget to support those vendors. So now I have the announcements. We talked earlier this week about the wish list that the Frederick Douglass Center has in hopes for the kitchen and some of the uplifting of this building. So if you haven't gotten a list, please feel free to see me or Ms. Gordon or someone on the committee that can help you with the list. With that, we'll have all the members of the Kwanzaa house come and close this out with Harambe. For those of you who don't know, Harambe is how we close out. We go by saying Harambe, pretty much lifting and taking the air.
Doesn't mean.
Pull together. It means to pull together. So we ask that you stand with us as we close out.
Last one, you hold it long. Well, that is money. Want to see you here. Come on out. Ready? Yeah. Good. All right.
So make sure you come back tomorrow. He said free food. Okay. Free food. All right. Thank you so much for coming back tonight.
Will you be here tomorrow? Thank you.
All right, we are back. We're back. This is the Toledo Kwanzaa House, the Kwanzaa celebration of 2022, 2023. I'm from Washington. You already know. And the coordinator, we got the brother, coordinator, brother, Rashid, right here. Brother, what did you think about today's video? Participating and observing the principle of creativity. Brother, just in your view, how do you think things went today? Some of the presentations that were made. What do you feel? Yes, sir. That's right. That's right. No doubt.
So I really
Right.
see everybody, meet people,
Yeah.
you know, get the word out there. Hey,
And something happened this year is phone numbers. So even though tomorrow maybe the last day, but we can practice these principles every day. Practice unity, self-determination. Know who you are. Know whose you are, right? We can practice collective work. Accountability, meaning that, listen, that most of our issues we can solve ourselves. All right? Really, all of our issues. We can also practice cooperative economic leadership. So you can go out of the way and with your brother or your sister. And also today we were practicing rumor creativity. And I forgot about being purpose. All of us have a goal. All of us have some talent, some gift. All we have to do is like see it and unwrap it and be effective. So, great presentation. Elsa Harvard was facilitating and really good job to everybody that participated in talking about the history of Kwanzaa, lighting the candles, libation where we lift up our ancestors, those who were going on and contributed to society. So great job for everybody. One last thing we want everybody to know before we start packing up for today. We'll be back here tomorrow. It's called a caramel. Everyone brings a dish and all of the quick bread. All right, I'm going to bring my paper plate and my fork.
That's right. But the team, something like that.